Hi, I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach, and this is the Organize Your Life podcast. I am passionate about organizing because it makes my clients' lives so much easier, more relaxed, and with more time to spend the way they want to. That's what organizing is all about, not about being neat or having the right containers. It's about getting more time for what matters to you. My specialty is chunking down this big topic so it's not overwhelming. That's the concept behind my book, 5 Minutes to a Relaxing Bedroom. And that's the concept for this podcast too, which is based on my first book, 52 Simple Ways to Get Organized. Both books are available on my website and on Amazon. In every podcast, I'll lay out a simple organizing concept and tell you why it's important. I'll include an action step at the end so you can start practicing right away. Okay, here we go. Today's podcast is based on simple way number 17, about your home office. You have a home office, right? Everybody needs one. Even if you don't do paid work at home, you need a center to manage home affairs such as paying bills and filing documents. A home office doesn't have to be a separate room. It just needs to be a designated space. Your office stuff needs a home. I've talked about this concept a few times, and it's a basic one. Once you know where things go, you can put them away. Conversely, if they have no place to go, you can't put them away. It's as simple as that. And what happens when you don't put them away? Well, they end up anywhere and everywhere. You can't find them when you need them, and you keep finding them when you don't need them. Your home office is more than just a home for stuff, because the stuff has to be attended to. Make sure your home office is a place you enjoy working in. A beautifully furnished office in a damp basement or a dark attic will not inspire you to spend time in it. If you wouldn't decorate your living room with a lamp you found in the basement that has a dented shade, why would you do that in your office? I've worked with many clients who outfit a lovely office in a second-floor bedroom and then lament how little time they spend there. The main reason, usually, is that it's far away from all the action. The center of the house is usually the kitchen area. That's where it's all happening. The mail comes in, people pass through, activities occur here. The energy is here. What often happens is that office activities start migrating down to the kitchen along with their attendant paper, or they just never migrate up. The upstairs or downstairs office gets used less and less and becomes less effective because it's not up to date anymore. Over time, it turns into another spot to pile stuff up, or the kids take it over, making it even less appealing to work in. And that's the nice office we're talking about. I've seen other home offices carved out of closets or relegated to dusty garages. It just doesn't work. So, if you find yourself working in places other than your office, figure out why. Are there deficits you can correct, like getting a decent chair or a better lamp? Is the desk the right height? If you can outfit your office with items you already own, that's great. But don't make yourself work with things that don't work. In the previous podcast, I talked about getting fun and pleasing office supplies so you'll feel more motivated to do tasks that aren't terribly exciting. By the same token, making your home office a pleasant place to work will make it more likely that you actually get in there and do that work. It should be pleasant and convenient. Sometimes it just makes more sense to simply move your office than to try to retrofit it. Just because a room has been labeled office doesn't mean you have to work there. Choose that spot that you naturally gravitate toward, that you're already spending time in by choice. Workspace can be cleverly created in kitchens and living rooms where it can be closed up and hidden in the evening. Get a small secretary-type desk that can be closed up when not in use. Or use a table with attractive containers that disguise supplies. Use drawer units and filing cabinets that can roll under a table. Or set up an armoire with a keyboard shelf that pulls out. If you choose a command center in the kitchen, you may not need to disguise it so much. But do give it its own dedicated space so you don't have to move things in order to cook. Constantly having to move things does not equal convenience. And moving things makes it that much easier to misplace them, so they're not where you need them next time. Your office can be separated into parts as well, as long as the parts are well defined. I have my filing on a shelf, my supplies on another shelf, and I use my laptop on my sofa. I don't like sitting at a desk, so this setup works for me. What works for you? Your task this week is to go to your office and jot down some quick observations about why you don't work there. That'll give you information to troubleshoot it. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach. If you like the show, I'd love it if you'd leave a rating and review it in iTunes. It's also available in SoundCloud and Stitcher, and you can review it there too. And you can subscribe, so the podcast will be ready and waiting for you to listen to. You'll find the show notes on my blog at www.cluttercoach.net, and you can check out my store to find books I've written and books and products I recommend, plus some freebies. And come back for more next week.